Hey everybody, welcome to The Newest. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being interested in PAX Day. If you're new to PAX Day, this is a great day. PAX Day is better than ever. For those of you who have played hours of PAX Day, perhaps days of PAX Day, I would like to point out the lack of shading issues on the face of the avatar, Garatina, here in our lobby. You will notice no blotchiness, more shading around the hood, a bit of corrections going on. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. There's a couple other things we want to cover too, and we'll cover them in the settings that are new. But first, let's get right down to the Discord, because the Discord is where the meat is. What went down last night is a superior amount of information, and put it by, is that an L? Lias? We had some feedback by Peter when it comes to the notes. As a bunch of been around, you'll see they have participated in this, and we'll sweep down and check them out. Let's hit it from the top. So this is R47. This is the series, R47 series, and as you may or may not have heard, we just hit R46, which took us off what could potentially be working our way, our mainframe's way, us as we observe mainframe, wade into verse 6, and we'll talk about that in the next section once we get past what is actually happening, because that's the most important thing with PAX Day, is what is happening now. We have a lot of past, but very small amount of past compared to the future potential and what is being proposed, all the way from the origin of mainframe's proposition for this thing we call PAX Day. So, new content. This happened at 2:05 my time this morning. I missed it. Archery and hunting. This has been a massively desired thing. So, what is it? Reworked archery gameplay, balancing, and animations. That's everything, right? Added recurve bows. Right? Bit more power. You see, well, that power is symbolized. You go for that long bow, the third one you make, and we'll be checking that out. Garatina's only so far. She has just jumped into the test server because I wanted to work up a new character. And see what this new system was. So, updated bow progression and visual models. Very nice. Bows now require bow strings. What? If you didn't know, you didn't know. You're like, well, shouldn't they have strings? That's right. You're correct. You're very intelligent. You are, I swear. Refactored the fletching profession and added new recipes. This is what they're doing. Integrating. And it's going to be good. And it's going to set the foundations for the future. Reworked arrow progression and balance. Right? Wood arrows, flint arrows, bronze arrows, iron arrows, wrought iron arrows, flaming crazy arrows of viciousness. They all have a noticeable difference. Added new huntable bird species. You saw this before, I pray, on the previous newest, or even the one before. Added the achievement system. Here's the achievements. What does that mean? Yes, you can work your way all the way up to 100,000 baddies. I found out that is far-sighted. You're like, well, how long would that take me? Well, 1,000 times, going a lot of dungeon runs. That still takes, it takes 1,000 days. So, added the achievement system, which will not start with 100,000 baddies. I pray it doesn't start with go find a stone. Oh, there's one. I feel achieved. Added nearly 300 achievements. Whoopee. Well, come on. Look at that. It's like, man, I just won it. Added the journal achievement page. Keep track, right? Keep track of your journal? Must be. Added the HUD milestone tracker and a way to turn it off. Someone already noted in Discord. We're not going to cover all the Discord stuff. I'm going to hit that in the middle of the week probably as we develop this one, because hopefully it's going live. Maybe by Friday. Maybe by even Friday. All you all who do not want to be on the mothership because it's a dangerous and wild place, achievement progress is shared across all characters within the same region. You know that matters for me, and you know that matters for many. Added claimable achievement awards. Okay, you get all sorts of goods. You get the leashes and stuff like that. We saw an image of that, the last newest, I believe. Permissions, right? Permissions. We have issues with permissions. People are standoffish. Oh yeah, join our clan. Have free roam of our whole place. And your name is? Read their username. Steal stuff all night. Oh, it was random. It was just a random name. Don't think of anything of it. Added the homesteader. Clan membership rank. We noted that last time, so that's now live on the mothership. We'll be checking that out. Well, I can kick Catnap out and have him rejoin as a homesteader. And we'll check it next time. Not today. Because, you got to flip around. You got to flip around. Added the villager and up permission level. So there's more. We actually get to walk Catnap through this while Garrett Dina sees if he's on the naughtiness list or not. Homesteaders, or the nice list or not. Let's just leave it at the optimistic. Pessimistic about optimism is me. Homesteaders can no longer destroy older building pieces on clan shared plots. Only recent building stuff that they have done, I think that might be a target of that. Only recent stuff that they have done can no longer destroy older building pieces. They can't just walk around and say, well, I need a bit of that stone. They have plenty. I'll just take a little piece. Look, there's 1,000 pieces right here in front of me. Who took that piece out of there? Added a ceremonial bonfire. Eltari made Eltari's group. And I don't know how much, as far as I know, Eltari builds like crazy. You can't just say, everybody build while I enjoy it. I don't think that would work out so well. Added a ceremonial bonfire. They had taken different wood pieces and stacked them in different directions, right? And then had torches below it, right? To get that simulation of a ceremonial bonfire. Now we have one. We're all going to have the same one, though. There should be 20 alternates and a negative, or a reverse. Added hunting trophies. Wall mounts, stuff like that. Is that what it is? We're going to have to find out. Then we're going to find out on Wednesday. Added functional wall-mounted and freestanding archery targets. We saw this last time. In the workshops especially, I pointed out, I wish they counted for something. Now they shout, you are a loser. You've hit nothing but the bare edges or the bunny behind the target for 2 hours. Existing crafting site archery targets are now functional, right? So functional wall-mounted and freestanding for us, and existing crafting site archery targets are now functional. It's what I get for speaking a straight accent. I mess up all my words. Improvements and fixes. What? There's more? There's more. We can do this. I just don't see that enough. It's like, I'm going to do it ahead of time, just because someone's going to think about it. Areas near the Petra Day now spawn flint. Okay. So when you start out, right? When you start out at your Petra May, but now the Petra Days. Oh God, did I mess up? Come on, I'm just getting this stuff straight. Petra May now spawn flint, and the distance from water at which flint can spawn has been expanded by 10 meters. Because it is usually very close to water, is it not? Garlic yield has been increased. Is it going to improve the look? Are we not going to have funky little flint bits all over the place? That way, since everybody wants to put their plot by water, it gets rid of that flint, or it's there, and you live with it long after you need it anymore, right in your yard. Well, come on. Garlic, you can move your plot over a little. Garlic yield has increased from 3 to 5. That. Yep. Really, dude, I don't have to pick up garlic everywhere I go. I can change my life. The bronze ingot recipe now requires 60 charcoal instead of 100 sapwood. That works. It's the only thing but it's just in case you didn't have coal yet. But I thought forever, when are you going to be in the position where by the time you hack up that much, you can't have some charcoal? And charcoal's an early thing. Clay, sticks, perhaps I made carpet. I can't remember if it's round stock or is it just sapwood. I think it's even just sapwood. So and Geese. I love the argument. How do you say that Geese? How do you say that Geese? That Gneiss stone? That Gneiss rock? That Gneiss stone? How do you say it? How do you say it? And someone's like, you say it like you do gnome. And I was like, yeah, Gneiss, no, Geese. Anyway, all furnishing pieces have been moved from the log workbench to the basic carpenter workbench. I was reading that without my eyes open. This is the best. That's the best. Right there. That will save me so much time. Adult birch trees, because they used to be all on the carpenter bench. And so going to the log bench, which was for people without plots, for the free use crafting areas, I think. Adult birch trees now have a hardness of 1 instead of 2. They've done it again. They did this to the beech a long time ago, allowing them to be chopped down with a bronze axe. Your birch were rather useless all around you until you got that bronze, until you got the iron. But they say adult, right? So the young ones always did have a 1, the ones in your yard, but you get the larger ones that give you more wood and apparently more heartwood. Someone was saying in chat, fixed an issue where some winemaking and brewing recipes did not grant crafting XP. I hadn't noticed those yet, because I'm not doing that. Ivies can now be destroyed when placed on construction pieces. Bigger hitbox, bigger anchor point, grip, whatever they call it. It was very small, and you had to destroy the wall behind it if you didn't catch that. You pretty much had to go, oh, I don't like where it is. Oh, dear. Now, having flip sides of these ivies, I forgot who mentioned that. Someone in chat said, why don't we have flip sides of the ivies? I've done everything I can with the one view. And I believe that. Fixed recipe distribution between the basic carpenter workbench and the log workbench, right? Fixed recipe distribution between the basic carpenter. So that is included with the furnishings, right? The furnishings up here. Anyway, chat. Got some chat. Chatty chat chat. Added a province. That's the bunny. Added a province-wide chat channel. So the provinces of the home valley or the whole area? I thought we had a province-wide. I'll have to disambiguate that in my head. Added unread message counters to the chat sidebar. Nice. That way I'll know that something's been up and I haven't noticed it. Chat channels now display the number of players currently online. Sweet. There's only 4 of us. I could be hot and cold, but I love it when it's hot. Add a configurable login and first-time player notifications. Interesting. I did go up and check off the notifications up here to see if it would knock down the little toasts that pop up when past land issues or notices rose, but they still do it just because I hadn't cleared them or archived them online. But I went through it and it seems like it knocked them down. I'll find out that solidly as I go through my other accounts, because I think I actually did it online with Garrettina, therefore negating me finding out through her whether it worked. Consecutive messages from the same sender are now grouped. Nice. Okay, it's consolidated chat preferences into a single settings panel. Good. Separated general feed filters from HUD notifications settings. General feed. Okay. Okay. UI. Added the ability to edit and remove clan announcements, which we couldn't do. Added tooltips to the top bar. I'll have to see that. The journal redeeming queue and clan menus can now be closed using their respective keybinds. Fixed a crash caused by repeatedly pressing the reset keybinds button. Ooh, I never tried that one. Someone might have got whack, whack, whack. One of those Defense of the Ancients players. Fixed several UI alignment issues. They could do like 100 clicks in a moment. Fixed an UA alignment issue. That's interesting. Okay. We're gonna have to notice the changes. Fixed an issue where the inventory character preview was not centered. Right. Okay, now I'm going into this blind. Apologies to anybody who is blind. And we are going to be very short after this hot note going through these as we take them down. Combat. So this thing gets okay. I read a lot of the announcements before R47, and if you were with me reading those, we can go back, and they were very short compared to what all these heads rolled out. This is like expecting, a rap star or something, and the suburban doors open and like 20 people roll out, and then you see like little blonde Eminem in there going, "Hey everybody, what's his group's name? Oh, I forgot his group's name. His crew. Dang it, I forgot their name. Combat. Added hit impact, visual effects. FXR. Never mind. For weapons and special attacks, excluding bows. That's fine. There's a sight on the bow we need to check out. Fixed an issue where holding block after using an ability could cause combat inputs to break. Was that it? Because we saw that. I only saw it with Nasaman, and he was the only one in a party of 12. So 1 out of 11 kept on getting this crazy thing, and it was him, where he could not attack, could not block, or other things would just go nope, and would leave him pretty much just making sure to stay behind everybody. Fixed and not draw aggro. Fixed incorrect movement during 2-hand mason axe attacks. Sweet. That's sweet. We'll be checking that out because I just made an axe. Fixed bow equip animation timing issues. Right? There's things. I don't like how the bows are carried. That's not the natural way to carry. We'll see if they change that in the future, if they can put it over the body. Because that's how you wouldn't just have it on any kind of mount on your back that I know of, unless you had a large quiver, which I would have to look up some. That's probably some pretty fancy stuff, not exactly stuff they'd field. I don't know. There's probably a lot of illustrations out there of how to carry a bow in battle. Fixed an issue where blocking could cause combat inputs to become stuck. Okay, there's some more of that. Renamed the Great Maul weapon family and associated skill to Great Maces. Right. Okay. No, alright, so maybe there wasn't enough in there and you had to work up 2 different areas and it was just too parallel. Visuals. Improved distant light rendering based on content streaming distance and graphics settings. Now, I've recorded some serious, I've never done hallucinogenics, but PAX Day was going through them. Fixed weapon clipping while blocking. Interesting, right? Clipping, going through things. Fixed stretched textures on granite building pieces. The engine was having a bit of problems choosing what texture, and I was noticing it on angles, while on flat, on angles. So I don't have any granite building pieces, so people are also noticing it on that. And often our textures, if you move your cooking table, the baking table, where you first do doughs and other things, that first cooking implement, that first bench you make, if you move it along, you'll see the texture move under it, right? That is because it's just going along a world. It's going on a whole atlas of textures. It's cool. Watch it. You can check it out. Textures are an atlas. Very often, wood and other pieces are just chosen from a place on that atlas. That way, you don't have a lot of different things. Textures are wild stuff. So yeah, getting it right. And they mentioned it themselves that it seemed to be having a problem selecting what it wanted. Maybe it didn't have enough choices according to what it thought. Fixed shadow rendering issues in the lobby end character creation scene. La la, we noticed that. Fixed armor appearing too dark while resting. Okay, okay. Improved transitions between emotes. Okay, okay, yeah, right. I just haven't really worked them. I just one at a time. Added new item drop animations. Nice, nice. Fixed greatsword sheath alignment. Very nice to have good sheath alignment. Fix the default tunic not appearing in character edit mode. It didn't? Okay, well, I hadn't noticed that. And I had just made Garradina for the test server, so I didn't notice it anyway. Fixed an incorrect water volume on the stairs in reflection of holistry. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know that I haven't experienced the water volume issue, so it's just something to be like, okay, on the stairs, and some of you know what this is. Fixed an issue, technical. Fixed an issue preventing AMD FSR frame generation from being available in some cases. And I just checked that out, and I turned it on, and I'll be looking up a little bit of a definition of that for anybody who's interested. Coming up next after this little Discord read. So reduced freezes when opening or closing the settings menu. The settings menu would give me hang time, wouldn't it? But I didn't get, and I guess that would be a freeze. I was just thinking, give it a moment. Optimize several outdoor PvE NPCs. Optimize so they're smoother, better, faster. They do things better. Fixed a character creator camera issue when rapidly switching presets. Okay, I've crashed in the character creator. I've noticed less of that, but I haven't made many characters lately. So we're almost done. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll tell you what, I love going through these. I love seeing what Mainframe's doing. Right now is a really hot time. I also go through, known issues are coming soonish. Oh, the German translations are also very good from what I can see. The rewards looks really nice. Shut to the core here says. And wondering if we could get an option already to hide or collapse the achievements, right? Kind of taking up a bunch of real estate on the screen. Never mind, I didn't see the checkbox. So birds are huntable, healing staves, and someone else had mentioned the checkbox, just in case. So there's is it intended that fine glue from Horn's recipe is available at the jewel crafting table? Don't have one of those yet, so I have to read it to know. And have some Pheasants make noise after I killed them. Could this be lag though? Are you? I don't want to skin you while you're. Well, stabbed a bird to death and did not get hunt a wild animal credit. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, so maybe we're gonna have things. So known issues, and that was 2:05 a.m. 2:05. So they knew it. They knew it when they posted it. Bang. So claim a plot window pop-up appears on the screen after performing certain actions. Okay. So perhaps when you don't have your hammer in hand, or while you have your hammer in hand but doing something else. Chat settings for granular control of login notifications are landing in patch 1. Okay, so you can turn off knowing whether people log in or on, control granular, or maybe only people you know, or maybe only friends, or everybody, so you can watch them and know what they're doing. The login notification is sent in Lioness. You know Lioness is now a chain, not a chain, but a circle of islands off the Land's End in southern England. You can look that up, Lioness. There's still a flat space where they say there might be stone walls, but yet they purport to be a huge city with so many churches the fishermen could still hear it. But it's sunk, and it was an island. Patch 1 will remove the login notifications from being sent when in the PvP area. There you go. That's nice. Oh, some people, it's like the stickiness with the helmet. removing your face, steal your face right off your head is what it was doing. That might have been that hide helmet issue that you cannot hide in PvP areas. And someone was getting notifications from Lioness while in a home valley outside of Lioness. So there's a thing that was happening this morning. Players cannot destroy workbenches or furniture they did not place on public plots. Nice. Okay. Public plots used to be a thing, and I think they're a good thing. Some crafting stations and processing crafters have excessively slow loading and interaction times. Because your list is long, perhaps, or maybe you have a lot of things done and it's checking all those things. I used to think that because it's been happening in and out. Interacting with stacked or packed containers may be unreliable as nearby objects can block targeting. I stacked a couple benches and put a couple baskets in front of it and noticed I had to be in a certain position and angle to see it, not so easily just be able to climb up and down and raise and lower those circles on the storage. Homesteaders do not receive a warning before attempting to destroy protected construction pieces. They just can't? I mean, just instead of warning all the time. Fine glue from horns appears on jewel-making workbenches, and it should not. Well, you don't use it there? I guess if you don't use it there you go. Animation and visuals. Very short list. Battle axes, as we saw. Great maces and great swords may clip through the player's head when releasing block. Interesting. When you're releasing your block. Okay. Achievements. The Place a Plot achievement is intended to unlock retroactively for players who have already placed a plot. But this does not work in the initial release. I gotta do that quick. This will be fixed in patch 1. Do I have a plot I could pick up safely and put down? I think I do. Without having to monkey with it, you know what I mean? Entering, sometimes you just, well, you know. Entering an area via fast travel does not grant the associated achievement. This will be fixed in patch 1. PvP kill achievements are not credited to party members. This will be fixed in patch 1. Birds are not counted in the achievements about wild animals, as we read. And they added it, known issues are coming soonish. Also reserved for known issues. These are the known issues. The Walls Against the Wind achievement grants a cartwheel chandelier, but not its recipe. As a workaround, drop and pick up the chandelier to unlock the recipe. Woo! Well, you know, I hope that would have worked out for everybody, whether they had stated it or not. Oh, I know how to fix this. Localization is not yet complete on the miscellaneous topics. Localization. I don't know what to make of that yet. I gotta look that up. Localization, dang it. Nothing come to mind. Silver bracelets lose durability without being used. Healing staffs have no sound effects. Healing staffs are always getting something, aren't they? And the bonfire is missing sound effects. So no hurries there. No hurries there. Who else said hi? I won't. We got in streamer mode? Probably. So if you go down here, you will start to see Peter. Jump in as he always does. There's quite a few good things in here, but there was one that I was looking up, and you might be interested in it. Right, 47, 48, right, changes online notifications. See that? Okay, well, you can go through that. I will go through it again as things build up. A lot of this stuff is from the hip, and we'll see. Some of it's saying, hey, that's a good idea, and stuff like that. We'll see what sticks. Okay, so any chance you can share some knowledge on what this dot is all about when aiming bows? This actually has some good stuff. You can normally only see it when you're aiming, and there is something right in front of you that the arrow will collide with. For example, if you are aiming by the corner of a building and the arrow will hit the wall, this dot shouldn't be appearing in the situation in that screenshot. Okay, so Falls and Carter had a screenshot, and it was aiming on the wall. I'll forward it along. So, It should not. If you're aiming by the corner of a building and the arrow will hit the wall, this dot shouldn't be appearing in that situation. Good. So, for what it's worth, it is very specific on when it shows. Moving my aim even a pixel off can make it disappear even though the shot would have still hit the target. Interesting. We're going to experience these things. We're all ears for feedback on fletching recipes. Just remember, though, that the fine shafts are only required for T4 and very best arrows, and they're meant to be meaningfully more expensive than wrought iron arrows, for example. Ooh, tier 4. So you know they're going to have worth, they're going to have value. I then also promptly fell off the cliff and got the wrong turn achievement. So yeah, progression sure feels intact. So they surfed bunnies. They surfed bunnies. Someone surfed a bunny off a cliff. So you're right. People are still. It's in here somewhere. You can find it. Have a chuckle. Phoenix is up early, or I'm not sure where he lives. Could be up late. Dun dun dun. So right, better is the water drop animation. Yeah, they're working on these water effects. Pay attention to those when it comes up to things they'll be doing in the future. Boiling water, right? You're not boiling water. It's just bubbly. It's sparkledly and effervescent. I swam back across and can confirm that swimming across zone boundaries does not restore your weapon abilities when you reach shore. Interesting. Okay. That's going to be, you know that? Hit Goose. It flew away anyway, remembered that it was dead, and got stuck in a tree. That is awesome. That's awesome. There you go. There you go. Stuck in a tree. Stuck in a tree. We've all been there. Well, if you haven't. Okay. Cannot loot or skin this golden eagle I shot down. Maybe a little bit of it is a golden. Hey, hold it. I want more national birds. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not quite sure I'm concerned. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking, should I be concerned? It's not like they're really killing eagles. So, yes, I failed the bear one. Mid-high 30s craft. Weirdly, boar is absent. So no boar, and that's what I end up killing the most. There's a bear one, though. So they're talking about achievements? They're talking about achievements? Jacob, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I was able to make the rabbit and chamois trophies, and I can see the stag one on my menu. Is there another bear trophy? No boar trophy? No boar. And that's what I end up killing the most. Yeah, well, you really... There should be a great, like, 4th level boar trophy. Because you just have heads everywhere. It's kind of sick having, like, heads all around the roof. The rim of the roof, like Christmas lights. Have their eyes light up. Candles. Is there a bear one, though? The update really needs a hide completed toggle in the achievement UI in the game settings. This is where it came up. Right now, this and that and the other thing. Being able to class the categories as well could help. It's quite to scroll through all of them. And we go on. Dano. Ooh, he's got a big one. So if you want to read Dano stuff, we'll back away on that. We'll back away on that. And we'll get into one particular thing before we get on with our day. One of the big things we're going to have is the settings menu. And very quick this time, we have this frame interpolation. I've already turned it on just to make sure I didn't crash. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I had any concern of that. And I did look up a little detail on it. And that detail is here. And here is the wonderful detail. Now, frame interpolation explained. So frame interpolation is a video processing technique used to generate intermediate frames between existing ones, effectively increasing the frame rate of a video. I've seen lots of conversations on AI creating frames that never existed. Interesting. This results in smoother motion. Now, you're at 60 frames while the server's at 30. So there's already something going on there, don't you think? And a more fluid viewing experience, right? Especially for videos originally recorded at lower frame rates. They're speaking about recording itself, 24, 30, or 16 FPS. Modern AI-powered frame interpolation uses deep learning models to predict and create these in-between frames with high accuracy. Whoops, I'm gonna go back there. So preserving details and all that, and avoiding common artifacts such as ghosting or blurring. Now, the only thing I want to pop up here is something that those in PvP right now they might speak it a little bit more clearly. However, it's not always, I see it here, but I thought they stated it a little bit more clearly. However, it's not always suitable for fast chaos and motion scenes where AI predictions may introduce artifacts, right? That's one issue people, especially in dungeons or maybe even in dueling, will run into. So that's something to keep in mind. So right, the lobby's cleaned up, everything else is cleaned up. We're doing absolutely wonderfully. I'm gonna go into game, and we're just gonna see about this screen washing out any moment now. Preparing those shaders. I did flip the tutorial just to check those. I want to get them right in. So here we are on the mothership, and these might have changed from yours, and you'll be able to notice the difference if you flipped yours. You are in a Petra Day inside a home valley. Home valleys are relatively safe and are ideal for building your home. Here you'll find the resources needed to start crafting, along with enemies to fight for loot. Right. You could just turn these off if you want to. The Petra Day area provides all basic crafters you need to get started, plus some storage space. You could use your grace to buy more. It's nice. Look for the altar with candles. It's also good if you're moving or you're using an area. It's great to drop off stuff, make another trip, and then you just make trips here. It's your secret stash, right? Your own, of course, has space also right next to you in your home. As you progress, you can place a plot to build your own crafters and unlock more advanced crafting. Look for gneiss, like gnomes, and wood nearby. You'll need them to craft your first tools, which are required to harvest resources and place your plot. This is a better, this is a bit different than they had before. This would have helped Penny Loafer. The world of Pax Day is made of 5 provinces. 4 of them have home valleys where you can build in relative safety. And it's the only place you could build. Each home valley, except Lioness, has a Petra Day. By visiting a Petra Day, you will unlock it as a fast travel destination, accessible directly from the map. After closing this tutorial, press M to open the map of the province where you are. Check the Petra Day locations and begin exploring the world. Right? Bang. Nice. You can use grace you've accumulated to cast miracles. That's one thing I hardly ever use because I just don't have enough, and I am using them for plots. But as I, work up more and buy more with gold, I want to be working those miracles because they are adjusting those also. So there will be a major point to look at them again. Tap H to access the miracles menu, right? The H to do that. Also recover your body, a friend's body, and to go back to your Petra May. Once you start exploring, the important miracle to know is Petra May, which allows you to speed travel back to your home. If you've moved from your original location, you need to go to your new Petra May in your new home valley and click on that Petra May itself, the obelisk there, and change it to your home valley. Or you'll go way back to wherever you were, and it might have been a long walk. It usually is. You get free grace every day, 10, and can gain more with gold, which you can easily buy on the grace charts. 20 gold gets you 10 grace, so you can get 20 a day, which you get 20 in a 24-hour period, which you get as loot from enemies, right? So there you go. What else do we have? Up here we have milestones up in the top corner. Wood and stone. I'm going to get up in the clear there, or in the dark. There you go. Wood and stone. Collect 5 sapwood. Gather 3 knee stones. The first blood. Hunt that wild animal and gather wild berries and mushrooms. You know, hey, this is because I turned on, everything. Now, there are a couple of changes up here, apparently. Moving things to the journal, moving things to the UI. Achievements, recipes, ingredients, and achievements now. Show the tracker, right? So before we go back and have a look, you have all these. Very nice. Getting started, the wood and stone. Interesting, interesting. Cool. I'm going to find out all about these, and we're going to be probably popping up another episode as early as Wednesday, because this might be coming out by the end of the week, and I'm going to be checking out all the feedback and everything else. There, it's gone from there. Now, we open maps, enemy locations. We knew about this. We could turn things on and off. I don't see anything immediately there. One thing is that they haven't done, I don't believe, is you go to where you last were. Yeah, it's just keeping the memory on the map. So anyway, Garrett has a lot to do. We're going to be going out and shooting birds. It's time to... Garrett Dina came online. Adelaide came online. There's our notices. Here is our chat. Here's our groups. Fun to see. We had all these new names I had no idea existed in Arcadia. Yes, we are here, Dano. There you go. Lovely. Now, where did that go? I have my headphones in the way. We have this worldwide chat, the province chat. We have this local chat. We have the nearby chat. So that's interesting. Zone nearby. Nice. And we have all the party stuff and everything above that. I'll be exploring the chat and the settings. We can see how we can either see everything. Ooh, how long they go. That's very nice. Broadcast when you came online. Receive notifications when new players join PAX Day. Interesting. Maybe it's too informative. Maybe it's just too informative. Maybe it's too much. Our friends list hadn't changed anything, which is fine. The general, we come around and everything, and I could have put that out here. I'm trying to figure out how I know these peoples already, right? It's funny. So this is the whole. This is the whole of Ancien. Of Ancien. I have to remember how to spell Ancien. Ancient. Nice. I have to go looking for birds. We're going to see if I can give you a shot of the bird for all those. We're going to flip you the bird. We're going to flip you the bird here. Where are you, you birds? Okay. Man, I'll tell you, I don't see as much blurring. Oh, look. Yes, I am prepared. How could I... Before we take off, this is what we've got to do. We gotta... Nice. Oh, wow. Okay. How do they reject... That is... Look, there's going to be 5 garlic. Hold it. There you go. Okay, now a ground shot. Oops, I don't have the range with the wood I used to. There you go, 1 down. Got him on the wing. Now on the wood. Butt, belly, beak, boom. Nope. A little bit far. There's some up there. Let's see if we can get these guys. What do they go a particular direction? I need a goose call. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hold it, hold it. Don't eat me, boar. Oh, darn it, you're just messing everything up. These guys, they're so union. They don't care. There's gonna be no, So that's cool. The chat, having the whole place, man, Arcadia is gonna seem a lot busier. It is. It's gonna be a lot busier. These are gonna be some of the coolest days, and there's only so many more to come. I mean, really. Unless the world comes to an end, but maybe we'll still have mainframe because they're small. I pray for all of you who have suffered any kind of earthquake situation or any kind of situation in life that keeps you away from your daily life, much less keeps you away from something you can enjoy like PAX Day. And I pray those that are in times of trouble that, the pheasant, yeah, we're going to be going on this. Okay, so, out of, at ease, Garrett. Okay, Angelica. On the sun, girl. Right. Bow on the back. Can't be over the cape. That wouldn't make any sense, would it? All right, Garrett. Hold it. Can we get a... Let's do this. Oh, do I have any wood on me? What? Oh, there. Ah, the wood you picked up is used to make tools, crafters, and even houses. The first thing you should make is a weapon to defend yourself. Yes. After closing this tutorial, press tab to access the main menu, and then look for the hammer icon to access inventory crafting. Look for the pointy stick to make yourself a spear. And you can. The inventory crafting also allows you to make a construction hammer. You'll need Geese in addition to wood to craft it. One stone and one stick. Once you have the hammer, equip it and press the right mouse button to access the building menu, which is your key to everything. The hammer allows you to place a plot on which you can build crafters. Choose your spot carefully, at least the first 5 times. After that, just go for it. So, wow, picking up a stick tutorial. I'm impressed. All right, so with the K button, we pop it up to here. We craft a set. And there we go. Pretty fancy. Oh, I got to do a bird on the wing. Well, yeah, it would be great to do a bird on the wing, but I don't think we're going to have a chance. I want to wrap this up. But we need okay. So do 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 do. I like the view. Now, once you chase away the birds a bit, are they there again? Or do you have to find a different group? That's going to be something I'm going to be finding out, because if you could just chase them all over the place, that might be a little bit strange. Now, I am glad I took one on the ground, because I wasn't sure how they'd get around. Hello, boar. And the hunt the wild animal thing works. Well, alright, Garrett. Hey! Look at that. That's my thumbnail. That's my thumbnail, Garrett. There we go. Now, this is great that this happened, and I thought I saw it because I wanted an arrow to be able to aim at it. I just didn't want to point it out. Did you see that little speck before when I aimed upward? I was like, wow, and then the boar got me. I was like, well, hold it. So, if you are in one of these situations where you're like, well, darn it, I want to tell someone about this. I want to feel useful. Dead center of screen. Well, ish. Last goose. I should put last goose standing. Man, they gotta read so many of these things. I really prefer to be entertaining. Now, this is D for play. I was D for play before, I'm D for play now. I renamed it EPIOUSIOS, and as soon as I can, I'm going to rename it D for play, all within the own thing. The other channel's gone. So, wasn't my thing. So, last goose standing. A bug. We're just going to call it a bug. We're going to call it a bug. We're going to call it combat, right? Yes, you know, this is a tactic. A clever tactic. I'm going to see if I can shoot that in a minute. But I have wood arrows. Anyway, so dead, kind of in the center of the screen there, there's a goose up there. I don't put the lovey eye thing. That's just weird. Man, okay, come on, let's go see. Over the hill here. This is... I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, you gotta know, don't you? Yeah, we're getting higher. We're gonna get some... Yeah, you guys. Don't scare your friend up here. Is he still up there? Oh, did he reset? Oh, this is not that good at that. Okay, wow. I need to work on that. Did they disappear? Well, I got a picture of it before he disappeared. Nope. It's a pheasant. I need more wood. Garrett, we have work to do. All right, everybody. We got to get out of here. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being part of this new experience here in PAX Day. The fact that we can enjoy such a wonderful world that Mainframe made it up for us, that they dream out loud. So may the Lord bless you, and Lord bless you. Keep your sticks on the ice. See you Wednesday, I think. We got to let the comments, we got to let the feedback come in. Find out what's going on, because I will do a newest as soon as they announce when they're going to do the full release on the live, because it's going to be really exciting and fun stuff. Especially that hovering pheasant up there. The mothership has some very strange things happening on it that you won't see on the live server. If you ever want to join, please do. There are lots of people here. Lots. Oh, I don't have that on. Oh, I gotta be on screen. Never mind. We'll check it later, because it's any old time. I can prove that there's chat. Really. All right, guys. Take it easy. Later.